this is a real ass realization for the women and the mothers. Like, a lot of people be talking about fat coochies and fat pussies and shit like that, but in reality, only reason why it's like that is because it's a lot of mucus and gas trapped in there, and it's a lot of energy trapped in there, and it needs to be released basically. And it's like that's why it's fat, because it's a build up, and you honestly need to release like we need to really unlearn a lot of what we've been taught. Like, how we take care of our bodies is not good. Like, I feel like we really need a full course. Every woman need a full course on how to properly manage their body, because like learn like I was I did my doula prerequisites, but I didn't do the training yet. But I did my prerequisites, and from me being intuitive and really listening to a lot of these stories and stuff on what women go through during pregnancy, during labor, during delivery, and postpartum, it all starts with our menstrual cycles. Like, we're not supposed to be having heavy bleeding for over 7 days, for over 5 days, for real. It's not even supposed to be 7 days. It's not even supposed to be 5, for real. But you definitely not supposed to be heavy bleeding. Like, that's the reason why a lot of women bleed out when they giving birth. Like, that's the reason why a lot of women don't survive during birth, because it's like we giving out, all of our blood is leaving our body before it can be recycled for what its intentions is. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna really do some research and really get knowledgeable on this subject. But what was just going through my head is like the imbalance of hormones of society. So it's like our bodies is more accustomed to being in testosterone because of PTSD, whereas opposed to when we are going through our shedding process, like, we need that estrogen. And if we don't have that proper security in life, then that could cause the imbalance in our hormones to where estrogen will be heavy. And I feel like that has something to do with the bleeding. Like, I feel like, I mean, you know what I mean, whatever. But I feel like everything ties back into our mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual health. Like, I feel like every dis-ease or illness or anything that goes on in our body, it comes back to those four elements of our body. Like, if those four things not in alignment, then I don't think anything in our body will be in alignment, for real. It'll all be an imbalance. It may not be exactly noticeable, but it's gonna be there. And it's like that we gotta zone in on that aspect of health, that perspective of health. Because once you are aware of that part of health, that's where you take charge of your health. You take charge of your avatar. That is your vessel. Because that's all Avatar was. It was about him maintaining his vessel. Because he was a person put inside of that vessel until he went through his initiation to where he became that vessel. Like, oh, I'm gonna do a whole video on my analysis of that movie. Like, I really want to put that movie into perspective and really show y'all that I ain't full of shit, for real. I really know what I'm talking about. But peace and love. I just wanted to share that.